Busy day at the Capitol. Governor Hobbs signs 3 bills into law today, including 2 addressing Arizona school.
I think it's a good idea.
We think that, kids should turn in their phones and pick them up at the end of the day because they honestly don't need their phones. If their parents need to get a hold of them, they can call the school.
These kids just graduate school and not want to do nothing. So to me, I think it's a good idea to take phones away so they could be really active in school and actually learn something.
Hey guys, I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but this is something I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, and I've been straight tweaking about it. Now let's hop into the first segment or point of this video.
Raw, I'ma give it to you with no trivia. Roll like cocaine straight from Bolivia.
So if you guys don't know, I live in hell, aka Arizona, and our governor at this moment is Katie Hobbs. And she decided to put a law into place where they're outright banning cell phones in the classroom. Now, this section I'm about to show you from Fox News actually says that they're banned in the classroom, but my school had a big fuss about this, telling me that they can even be taken during lunch, which is just loads of bullshit, and I'm going to explain why I don't think this law was actually thought out. I'm gonna play that segment.
Busy day at the Capitol. Governor Hobbs signs 3 bills into law today, including 2 addressing Arizona schools.
One of these new laws will prohibit schools from serving ultra-processed foods, and another will ban cell phones in the classroom.
There are some exceptions built into that, but this is a very hot topic for parents and teachers across Arizona. Fox 10's Lindsay Regis has the details.
It's no surprise phones can be a distraction in the classroom. Teachers are noticing students scroll endlessly on social media apps like TikTok and Instagram. The purpose of this new law is
What the fuck? Did she just walk through that phone?
to keep students focused on learning by putting phones down.
I think it's a good idea.
I'm a little bit against it.
Parents with children in elementary and high school have different opinions on House Bill 2484. The bill signed into law by Governor Katie Hobbs on Monday will require public school districts and charter schools to adopt policies limiting student access to cell phones.
I honestly think that, kids should turn in their phones and pick them up at the end of the day because they honestly don't need their phones. If their parents need to get a hold of them, they can call the school.
I'm so fucking tired of this argument where it's like, oh, your parents should just call the school, but it's like, bro, who is doing that? I bet this lady bought her kid a cell phone. So why do you think she bought her kid a cell phone? I don't know, to stay in contact. And where is your kid 7 hours a day? Oh, at school. Yeah, that's right. If you have this mentality, just don't buy them a phone. And there are some teachers at my school who are very against cell phones. Like, they will just take it instantly if you pull it out. And one of my friends was telling me a story about one of his friends who pulled out a cell phone and the teacher took it instantly. And his excuse was, oh, my mom was texting me. But she said, oh, your mom should have just called the school, right? But you notice how it's the same teachers that be saying stuff like that are the same teachers that be going on like, well, distractions, all this shit, right? And it's like, bro, if a parent needs to contact you or you need to get in contact with your parents, right? The solution is you send them a text, you look at it for about 5 seconds, you pull your phone away, right? If you're not a student abusing the phones, right? That takes about 15 seconds with communicating with each other. But the alternative to that, right, is your parents having to go out of their way to call the school, right? The phone ringing in the classroom, distracting everybody, right? Having to stop your lesson to answer the phone and either letting you use the phone in the classroom or, get this, right, sending you to the office to answer the phone, wasting even more time. When the alternative to that, which is using our phones, takes about 15 seconds. Again, there will be people that will abuse this, right? But why should we all get punished?
Lily Pingarelli, the bill's sponsor, says education requires attention, and attention is exactly what today's students are being robbed of by addictive devices and endless scrolling.
Nowadays, kids just graduate school and not want to do nothing. So to me, I think it's a good idea to take phones away so they could be really active in school and actually learn something, you know?
This is like the whole like phones are decaying the youth type argument, and it's just like, brother, like not all kids are addicted to their phones, right? I bet this guy has a phone. Is it the reason why he's not doing anything? No, he's just singling out our generation, saying that, oh, you know, because we're on our phones too much, you know, after they graduate, they're not going to want to do anything. That's just not true. This is someone who's very tone deaf to our generation and just thinks that phones are the whole problem and that we're all just mindless zombies addicted to our phones.
Parents, however, brought up a reasonable concern. What about emergencies?
I think it's safe to have a phone for safety reasons for the children.
The new law includes exceptions for emergencies, medical conditions, and teacher-directed academic use.
When they get a little more mature and understand the responsibility of having a phone, then that's the parents' option to give it to the kids and let them bring it to school.
Wow, actually a really good take from this video. I agree with this guy. It should be the parents' choice deciding whether their kids are mature enough to take a phone to school, not the school's choice. Because if a parent takes the kid's phone away before they go to school, at least the parent knows that they need to call the school to get in contact with their kid. And the blame isn't put on us when our parents text us through the phone that they bought. It being the parents' choice also solves the problem of, you know, little Jimmy, I've been getting a lot of reports from your teacher that you're very disengaged and, you know, addicted to your phone. And your teacher says you're not learning, you know. I can't fucking speak for shit. Anyway, on to the next point I have in this video.
Well, I'm Messiah. I set the microphone on fire. Rap styles vary and carry like my.
I don't know about your school, but my school is deciding that all first period teachers are required to take the phones from students. And I also know there's going to be teachers who are going to get super pissed when the whole classroom tells them that they don't have a phone, which is probably going to happen. Like, the school really thinks that we're just going to give up our phones that easy. Obviously, there's going to be like 3 students that will actually give the phones to teachers. But you know what we're going to say? Everyone's just going to say, I didn't bring my phone today, when, you know, we have it. And the fact is that first period teachers have to do this, right? Only the first period teachers. Every other teacher that doesn't work a first period is scot-free from this whole ordeal and having to deal with students being like, you know, I ain't got my phone. Like, at our school, when the dean of students takes our phone, he powers them off, you know, to stop further notifications and further distractions in the hallway, right? He does that. But how much you gonna bet that the teachers are not going to do that? Because there's about 20 students in each classroom, and it would just waste too much time powering off 20 phones in the classrooms. And then you got the differences between iPhone 10s and iPhone 8s and Androids. It's just like, imagine explaining that to an old teacher where it's like, you gotta power off the iPhone 10s and above using the power button and the top volume button. And for Androids, it's this and that, whatever. So it's probably going to be a distraction when kids don't put their phone on silent and they take all the phone. And wherever the hell the teacher puts the phone, like in a bucket or in a drawer, you're just going to hear constant notifications from the kids that didn't put their phone on silent.
Play the max, black axe, drug dealer styles with fat stacks. Only been a good.
So in conclusion, fuck Katie Hobbs, and this is probably not going to do anything. Goodbye.